Welcome to another edition of 300 Voices in 300 Days on TAN TV. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, and I'm with our special guest, D.W. Brooks. How you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm doing good.
Good. You looking sharp, looking smooth.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just glad your hands wasn't cold,
Normally they are for funeral home people. No,
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
kidding.
No.
Well, first off, I want to thank you all for letting us be here. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Good. We're going to jump right into the interview. Is that cool?
That'll be fine.
All right, DW. What's the DW stand for?
Danny Washington. It's my father's initials. I'm junior.
Okay.
So I'm trying to carry it on.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Daddy. So where were you born?
I was born in San Antonio. Born and raised. Been here all my life. And I'm a Judson kid. Grew up on the northeast side.
Okay.
So this is home. I love it. Love San Antonio.
Love San Antonio. Okay, great. So how long you live here?
Well, I'm 30, so
Okay.
30 years.
30 years, huh? Didn't move away or nothing to come back?
I never left. I'll take a quick vacation or two, but I have to come back for the margaritas. They're not the same everywhere else.
Oh, you're a true San Antonio.
That's
then.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So tell us about your educational background. Where did you attend school?
I, of course, graduated from Judson. Then I
Okay.
went to San Antonio College. I
Okay.
became a funeral director.
Okay.
Started at 18, finished right at 19. One of the youngest. I don't know if it's a record, but I feel like it. And I'm very proud of that. Like I said, my father started Brooks Funeral Home in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid growing up, Saturday, most kids go to their football game or basketball game. My brother and I put on little suits and we were pushing caskets. So that was exciting for us to be funeral directors our entire life. So we were helping out, carrying flowers or anything to do. So
Takes special to person to
it does. It really humbles you down because life isn't promised.
Mm-hmm.
I see people all the time that enter the doors from 90 years old to 10 years old. You never know. The next day isn't promised, so we're thankful for every day that we can be here and to help uplift the community. And I feel like that's our passion is, being there at that hard time to help people. So.
Okay. Can you tell a little bit about your parents then? You said your daddy.
Well, my dad, like I said, he was a funeral director, and my mom's a teacher.
Okay.
So an interesting combination.
Right.
So she's was at St. Monica, and she's a pre-kinder teacher. So.
Okay. Sounds like a winner there. Okay. Let me ask you this, Danny. What do you think is your most significant contribution to San Antonio?
I feel like the reason I was put on this earth is to help people at a time of need. And the funeral home is something where I can reach people at their hardest time. Death is very hard to deal with, and I take pride in it. And that's one thing we try to do is be there and assist any way possible, from the beginning at pre-planning to the end at the final steps at the cemetery. So that's what I'm here for.
Okay. Now, when did you get into the business? You said again.
I started working at the funeral home legally at 18, but I've been there since I was like 6, helping out. We've been a family that's doing this for a long time. So
Now, okay, you said you've been around like 6 years old. So, when you was going to school, did they know that you was working in a funeral home or anything like that? Or?
I'd get picked up from school in the Suburban, and the kids would say, "What is that?" And I'd be like, "Well, it's just a work car." So for a while growing up, people would make fun of it, and they'd say, "Is there a ghost there or something?" But never had any problems. They always learned and understood. And in high school, I'd wear a suit to school. I'd have to rush from high school to a service, so I worked there part time. So
Wow.
mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds like a winner. Yeah. I'll tell you what do you like most about San Antonio?
What I like most about San Antonio, well, that would be the food. We have plenty of it. Lots of good places to eat. I'm a big seafood lover. I love Mexican food. So I'm here to enjoy it whenever.
Whenever, huh? That's the biggest. Okay, good. Spur fan?
Spurs fan for sure. Kawhi Leonard's out right now, but he'll be back. And I think this might be the year we can top Golden State. So I'm hoping we can do it.
Do you want to say that again? Look into the camera and say that again.
This could be the year that we can beat Golden State. Kawhi's healthy, so we had the lead when he went down.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you get involved with the community
Yes, sir. Of course. We do things in the community. We hosted a peace rally a couple years ago because that was one of our highest murder rates in the city. Just trying to bring awareness that there's other ways to make it out here. A lot of kids, take the gang road, the bad road. But I mean, I feel I'm a young entrepreneur and you can do it. I mean, you can go to school, you can sell cars, be a life insurance agent, or work. There's opportunity here, and there's opportunity all over. So I just try to get my message out there. I started off, we had a plan, and there's bumps and bruises along the way,
There you
but
go.
stick with it. You can make it. It takes time, and you're gonna fall a lot, but keep doing it. And that's my best advice to anybody young trying to do something: is pray and keep pushing. So.
Put that prayer in there, huh? For sure.
Prayer works. It really, really does. So my father's a pastor, and
Okay.
sometimes you listen like, yeah, but it really works. It takes time. So you got to go on your own path and come back sometime.
Okay.
So
Okay. You attend church in town?
I do. So I'm a member at Tridestone Baptist Church,
Okay.
and that's under my father. So, but I do visit other churches here and there. I like to
Yeah.
see other different people and just hang out. So
Good.
yes,
Good,
sir.
Daddy. Okay. Let me ask you this, Daddy. Um, as an African American, why do you feel it's important that we tell our stories?
I think it's very important. I feel like a lot of stories are untold. People don't know what's really happening. I feel like I personally have a great story. We were given the opportunity to take over our father's business, who started it. And, it's a lot to learn. One thing I didn't have personally was a CPA. And I know that says, well, you should, but you learn those things when you're kind of thrown in the fire. And I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of mistakes were made behind the scene, but I had a good team around me that uplifted me. So I feel like it's important to let people know, you can't do it alone. I tried. I ran to the small business center with a game plan by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and you need help. You need people to coach you up. You need people to pick you up on those down days. You need people to hold your hand when nobody's calling. So it's really a lesson to be learned, and other people should know. Stick with it. Like I say, that's my biggest advice. I'm just happy that I bumped into the right people at the right time. I would tell you, don't give up. Don't run away from it. If that's your calling, whatever it is, stick with it. And I mean it. I feel like I'm put on this earth to do that, and I'm
Wow.
going to do it the best I can.
The best you
So,
can.
mhm.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit of personal about you, man. Yeah.
Well, personally about me,
Mm-hmm.
well, I am a big basketball fan.
There you go.
I definitely enjoy. That's my nightcap, watching ESPN, looking at whoever's playing good. Definitely a football fan, and I do enjoy going around finding the newest restaurants. So I am an eater. Definitely, it's showing. So I'm gonna have to hit the gym soon.
No. If big eating now, you look in pretty good shape, man.
And well, thank you.
You wearing the black well.
It hides everything behind. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I did want to say though, one thing that's important to me is I meet a lot of families that haven't prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So pre-planning is very important. Take time to think about the next step. Even young people, I meet them all the time. Death can happen anytime. I'm a licensed life insurance agent, a pre-planner, and a funeral director, and that's some things that people miss out on. Is there's a difference. Pre-planning is to pay for that funeral ahead of time, so it's not a burden on your family. The life insurance is when it ends, those bills are still going to come. There's still going to be a rent, car note, something. So people need to differentiate and know that. It's very important. And I just tell them, plan something. Even myself, I mean, I am in the industry, but when I'm gone, those bills don't stop on the first. So
You know what, Danny? I mean, that's an excellent point you brought up. I mean, because I just kind of experienced that with my grandmother
my
when she
condolences.
passed. Yes, thank you. But she had it planned, where she wanted to go, where everything.
It's a
Put the
lot
money
easier.
up, and yes, it was very a lot easier, especially at that time. It's actually my mom's mom, and so going through that was, but by her having planned everything out for us, it made it real easy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, easier. Yeah.
It's still hard, but it's
Yeah.
easier not to worry about financial part or what color they want it. It's hard.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Man, you're a wealth of information here. You be so young too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to do. I want to get the word out there to people that, if you need help, I hope you pick us. But even if you don't, call me so I can explain that information. We don't charge for that. It's nothing for me to come by and stop by and get the word out to you. So,
Okay. Man, this has been a great interview, man. Nice talking to you, Danny. Before we wrap it up, is there anything you want to say again? I mean, you mentioned quite a bit to our listeners. Maybe one last little nugget you can give us before we end this interview here.
Well, we're working very hard on a new location for Brooks Funeral Home. It will be on the northeast side. Not going to share the location, but it's coming soon. Please check our Facebook page, and we'll have updates accordingly. Thank you again for the time.
But Danny, before we dash though, we can do this. Tell us, where's the funeral home, and give us some information.
Our current facility is 2950 East Houston Street, right by the AT&T Center. We're across the street, and while we're working on this new project, we're remodeling our current facility to please our customers. So I think it's something to do. A lot of business owners, even guilty myself, we overlook those things. You need new furniture and doors and catch up with the times. And I can admit fault. So I'm excited to say we're going to have a re-grand opening soon. And hopefully you can come out there and hang out with us that night.
Okay.
So we want to reopen that for the families, and, it'd be something exciting.
Well, Danny, I appreciate it, man. It's been a great interview.
Thank you,
I hope
sir.
to see you, and good luck on your new facility and everything.
Yes, sir. Please do. Also, I want to say, if you get a chance, I love watching this. Please follow up on us, or anybody. We like to see the follow-ups down the road. So how they're doing, maybe 6 months or a year from now. I'd love to come back and talk.
And give us you said Facebook. You had mentioned Facebook.
Yes, sir. D.W. Brooks Funeral Home for Facebook, and our website, dwbrooksfuneralhome.com.
Another great interview, 300 Voices in 300 Days on TAN TV. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, with our special guest, D.W. Brooks.
Thank you.
Thank you.